This is the ultimate life form. You may not like it, but this is what peak evolution looks like. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and I hope that you are having a great day, even though I am not. I'm still recovering from what I think is a cold. I've got a headache, a sore throat. I haven't slept that well, but it's been a few days since my last video, and I also have a topic that I want to talk about. You see, today I want to discuss failure in the world of TCGs and why that failure can sometimes be a very lucrative opportunity. You see, when a set comes out, there can be any number of reasons for various players, investors, and collectors to want to buy that set, whether it's to add the strongest new cards to their decks, to add the coolest new cards to their collections, or to invest in some card for the future. There's all sorts of reasons to pick up boxes, open them, etc. Likewise, there is an equal or potentially greater number of reasons for people to not like the set, to hate on it even. And when the number of people being negative towards a set outweighs the number of people being positive towards a set, this can cause a lot of downward pressure from the wider market on the overall value of those boxes to decrease. Because after all, if there's enough people being negative about a set, they're not going to be willing to pay full price for that set. They're going to want to wait until it goes lower. And as fewer people are buying, stores get more desperate, they cut prices. Fewer people are buying, so they cut prices again until the product ultimately reaches its new equilibrium at a lower price that the market is willing to pay. Now, when that happens, most products, I wouldn't say are perfect for acquiring at lower costs, but if you're looking at a large enough time scale, it can be a really good idea to pick up a box for a discount. And discounts really are what these are, because you could have a Yu-Gi-Oh set come out that MSRP is at $80, and because the overall negativity in the market, it slides down to $40, $30 even. You can have a new Magic set come out. MSRP is $150, slides down to $100, slides down to $90 even. It's the same in pretty much every card game. Now, you might be watching this video and getting the impression that I'm saying that every single product that decreases in value after release is worth picking up. And that is not what I'm saying. What I am saying, however, is that when a product releases and the wider market rejects it, it is worth looking into that product and evaluating for yourself whether or not you think that it has the potential to increase in value down the line. And there's a bunch of criteria you can use personally to evaluate that, but it's important that it is criteria that you are comfortable with and that you truly think will matter down the road after your own research and investigations and all that jazz. After all, just like I think it's true that you shouldn't buy into hype, I also don't believe you should buy into hate. If a new set comes out and everybody's absolutely ravenous on it and you don't have infinite resources to gamble on that new set being popular forever, it might not be a good idea to buy into that hype. And again, if a new set comes out and the entire market hates it, I think it's worth looking into it and seeing if there's anything about this set in particular that makes it something that you think could gain value down the road. For me personally, I don't have infinite money. So when I'm looking at a set, I basically look at collectability and potential playability for most sets when I'm evaluating whether or not I think it's a good idea to pick them up. For example, I've got over here got a fat stack of boxes from a variety of card games that I pick up from time to time. I take a few bucks, hop on TCG Player, and pick up some cheap boxes when I have the chance. And I think these all have good examples of reasons to pick up a box. So here is Ancient Guardians from Yu-Gi-Oh! I picked this bad boy up for $25, I believe. And I grabbed this box for one reason and one reason only. I'm a fan of this set. I like the collector rares that are in this set. I like the fact that this set was so cheap. It really hit my threshold at $25 or even $30 for a box. I feel like that's a good price, and there is a non-zero chance that that could rise. So I grab these kind of sets whenever I have the chance, just because at such a small price, I feel like it's worth it. Another Yu-Gi-Oh set that I got for $30 was Duelist Nexus, and I like the cards in this set. I'm not going to break them all down, but I was going through the set gallery for this on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki, Yugipedia, I believe it's called, and I saw enough cards in here that I really liked, enough variants that I also really liked. It's got quarter century secret rares, it's got some retrained cards, it's got some really cool stuff in it. So for $30, I decided that this was also a really, really good box to pick up. Over here, we've got a Force of Will box. This one, I've talked about this set before. This is the Ghost in the Shell Netflix standalone complex specialty set. And I was grabbing these boxes for $30 a piece. I'm a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell. And for me, that's enough of a reason to pick up boxes of a set that most other people think is terrible. I like Ghost in the Shell a lot. I have a lot of faith in the franchise. And I know that there's a lot of people out there like me who are fans of it who may not be aware of these boxes yet. So I've been picking them up for $30 for a little over a year. And they've started spiking recently, so I was pretty happy with that. I don't plan on parting with any of them, but... And finally, we've got this Weiss Shorts set, Fate Grand Order, Divine Realm of the Round Table Camelot, which is a hell of a mouthful for a card game set. And I think this was the cheapest of the boxes I picked up. I think this was a solid $20 rather than $25 or $30. And just like how I'm a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell, Fate Grand Order is an extremely popular franchise with a lot of fans who might be interested in picking up cards of their favorite game, depicted in movie format, depicted in card format. You know how it goes. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer to pick up boxes like that for cheap. But it's not just that. For me, I'm the kind of guy who really likes old, dead, out-of-print TCGs. So for me, it's within what I am comfortable spending on a box, for a box to be $10 to $20 for a dead card game or a failed card set. For you, or collectors and investors you talk to, that might not be the case. They might not be comfortable with spending $10 on a box, because at that point, they might feel like there's zero chance of recovery and the market has rejected it forever. And that definitely is a potential outcome, where you buy into something thinking that it has the chance to go up, and it never does. After all, nobody can predict the future, and there's as much chance of these sets gaining zero value as there is of them doubling or tripling in price. But really, what matters at the end of the day is that if a set comes out and tanks in value, if you're even the slightest bit interested in that set, and you have the money to spend on those boxes, and you have found some reason to do so, and there's a little thought at the back of your brain going, what's the best that could happen and what's the worst that could happen? It's important that you evaluate those risks for yourself and really judge, do you think that this set has the chance to recover its value or even increase in value down the road? Really, I suppose what this video is trying to say is, a set comes out and the market hates it. Think for yourself on whether or not it's something that's worth picking up. I really suppose that is the lesson I'm trying to impart on you kids. So, if you liked this video, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, sharing the video with a friend, all that jazz. Is there any product out there that you think is too cheap right now? If so, let me know about it in the comments section below. And remember, your uncle needs to get healthy, really healthy. So for every like this video gets, I'll be doing a push-up in the next one. All right, kids, so here's the deal. It's been a few days since my last video release. I usually try to record these within a day or two of each other. Also, my previous video was really popular, and it's currently sitting at 136 likes, which is a lot. So I'm going to do the first 50 likes as push-ups, because I feel like that is something that I can do. And then the other 80-ish likes are going to be satisfied with squats. If there are other, I don't know, I think calisthenics is the word, calisthenic exercises you guys think I could be doing for likes as well, let me know in the comments. I absolutely want to try them out. But for now, let's see if a bunch of squats and some push-ups kills me or not. Ready? That's 20. Whew. That's 40. That's 60. Ah, crap. Forgot what I was doing there for a second. So the next 76. Yeah, that'll be squats. There we go. Yeah, that's 20. Yeah, that's 40. Oh, I'm feeling that in my legs. That's 60. All right. Whew. That's the last of the squats. I don't know if I'm doing that again. Oh, crap. Well, see you kids in the next one.